With school back in session, the bell is also ringing for high school athletics, and that includes the pigskin. We made our way all over town to take a look at what each Naperville area team has to offer in 2013. Much like the skies above, the disposition of a football team in August is quite sunny. Everyone is undefeated, everyone has high expectations, and everyone's cliche game is already in midseason form.
Our motto is win, what's important now.
You know, if we come ready to play every game, I'm going to say good things can happen every game.
Our number one goal is, you got to take one game at a time, and that's what we do. Right now the most important game we play is Waubonsie Valley.
Hate to sound cliche, but we want to take it game by game and really just beat our next opponent. That's what we're really looking to do.
We can forgive Coach New. He and the Red Wings produced arguably the state's best turnaround in 2012, going from 1-8 to 11-2 last season, finishing one game shy of the 7A state title game. And there's reason for optimism that the Wings won't just be a one-hit wonder. Starting with an offense that returns a solid core led by left tackle Sean O'Mara, two-way spark plug Porter Onco, and junior QB Jack Beneventi.
We have to prove ourselves, not just show that it was a one-time thing. So coach has really helped us with keeping the mindset of we're still hungry and we're still going to be working as hard as we possibly can.
Beneventi is coming off a whirlwind of an offseason, making unofficial visits to multiple schools and securing scholarship offers from the likes of Notre Dame and Louisville. He was also just ranked the number 4 QB in the class of 2015 by Scout.com, and his coach is looking forward to throwing more at him.
I actually put a new offense in last year and ran the offense, and in doing so, I only put about 60% of the offense in. I kind of limited him a little bit, so we've got a couple more passing series, a couple more screens, and we're just expanding things a little bit more off of last year, and I know Jack can handle it.
The hope in Lisle is that the offense can carry the load for a young defense, which will depend on Onco to be a leader.
The defense last year, we were so experienced, we were so confident, we could just fly around, make plays. Everyone knew their assignments. This year, we're equally confident. I mean, everyone knows what they need to do. They know how they're going to do it. We've been practicing all year.
Now from 7A to 8A, we move south to another team coming off its best season in school history, while trying to create its own identity. For Neuqua, gone is star tailback Joey Radigan, QB Dylan Andrew, and a host of defensive playmakers, also 2012's top 5 offensive linemen. But Coach Bill Ellinghaus was quick to remind me it isn't 2012.
We're a totally different football team than we were in 2012, and these kids know it. Does that mean that we can't go out and have the success that the 2012 team did? No, but we certainly have made it very clear to this team that we are not the 2012 Wildcats. We're 2013, and these guys got to make their own legacy, so to speak.
The offensive line is the biggest question mark at this point. Ellinghaus admitted they're not at game speed yet. Running back TJ Scruggs is doing what he can to help.
I've been trying to push the linemen and fire off by running into the backs, so hopefully that gets them, pushing.
While the Wildcats haven't named a starting quarterback yet, either Matt Perigo, Connor Millerin, or Brock Rudder will have some weapons on the outside in Illinois commit Mikey Dudek, Ryan Kuhl, and Nate Hill. Defensively, Neuqua's strength looks to be its line, anchored by nose tackle Godfrey Collins II. A good start could be imperative for the Wildcats, with every team on their schedule chomping at the bit for revenge, including 2 area rivals they knocked off twice.
I would imagine they're working extremely hard. We work harder, I would say. I know they're looking to, not beat the crap out of us, but we're hoping hard work, out here, on and off the field, weight room, that'll pay off. We'll, beat them.
Naperville North is one of those teams that was 0 for 2 against the Blue and Gold in 2012. Motivation comes easy for a senior class that hasn't beaten the Wildcats on any level and gets a shot week 1.
I know it really gets to the guys when they have friends at Neuqua and friends that live in Naperville. They might be close, and they always talk about how they're going to beat us this year, and we're like, that's not going to happen because we know we have a strong group of kids this year.
Like the Wildcats, the Huskies have a 3-way battle for the starting QB job. But unlike Neuqua, the candidates aren't afraid to get just as physical as everyone else.
That's one of our points of emphasis, that the game is physical, and if we're going to be a zone read team, our quarterback's got to be willing to lower his shoulder and hit someone. So they've done a good job of that thus far.
The other thing to expect from North this fall is lots of plays and little time for the opposition to catch its breath. The Huskies ran 64.3 plays per game last season, 8.5 more than the next closest area squad. Drendel already has 2013's tempo turned up.
You know, we like to at times get up tempo and, you know, then back it off and get up tempo. And we've tried to make, you know, nothing balanced for our team, you know, the way our practice is structured, you know, just trying to keep them not on even ground and making plays when they're tired.
The fourth-year Husky headman also hopes to erase 2 straight 500 seasons. He's not alone.
I think this year, you know, we got a lot of guys that are really, you know, it's their senior year. They really want to have a good year. You know, they're tired of going 5-5 and tired of getting knocked off in the first round. So it's time to go far this year.
Waubonsie is coming off its best season in the 8-year Paul Murphy era, but also fell victim to Neuqua twice last year. This season's Warriors return only 7 starters and just 2 on defense. Even with those daunting numbers, one defensive returnee has tried to be constructive with the newcomers and says the message is simple.
Just following your assignments, following your reads, not being afraid. You can't be afraid on the varsity level or else you're going to get hurt, you're going to not help the team at all, you're going to hurt the team. You just got to come ready to play.
On the other side of the ball, the Warriors have some beef. John Harris, Anthony Napolitano, and Noah Zott return on the O-line, and Harris makes the Warrior offensive formula sound easy.
For every game, our coach tells us the game's in our hands. So, I mean, if we do what we're told, the running backs, all they need is a little gap and they'll take off. Have a lot of success this year.
However, the backfield will look different this year. Austin Guido is at Western Michigan and Dylan Warden is at North Central. But Paul Murphy is confident in Demario Webb, Jack Eddy, and ISU-bound wideout Christian Gibbs to shore up the skill positions. He also cites the Warriors' team's speed as the best in his time at the school.
I feel it can potentially be better than last year's team. Once again, time will tell. Leadership, injuries, you know, how well they come together, how much they improve. We got to improve on a daily basis. If we do, we've got a chance to be as good as anybody in the area.
Waubonsie's Week 1 opponent is coming off only its 5th non-playoff season since 1986. And it's no secret how Naperville Central will look to attack the opposition offensively, with ISU-bound quarterback Jake Colby and burner Ben Andreas.
Ben and Jake have been attached at the hips this, this entire offseason, and I've made this comment to some people outside of this, and I'll make it here. I think in the 27, 28 years I've been here, Ben is the best combination of speed and strength we've ever had at this school.
Strength appears to be an asset in various areas for the Red Hawks. The red and white will average north of 6 feet and 250 on the offensive line. Speed is the feature on the other side.
Yeah, our defense is going to be real athletic. I mean, we got some real mobile guys, and that's really how we like to build our defense, is guys that can run and move and fly and get to the ball.
Players on both sides of the ball at Central have made it their goal to make last season history.
You gotta take last season's for what it's worth and remember some of the things to motivate yourself, but also just get away from it and forget about it and just work towards this season's goals and stuff. But it's been good, and I think we took what we needed to take from it and learn from it.
In 3 years playing varsity football, Metea Valley has yet to taste the postseason. Second-year coach Ben Kleinhans has the deepest roster Metea has ever had to work with, which he says has made practices more competitive and has changed the mindset of the Mustangs.
There's just a feeling out here where they expect to go compete and go, win games on Friday night, as opposed to maybe in the past, playing hard and kind of hoping. Now they kind of have an expectation and confidence that we can go get this done.
Another positive is a group of linemen that have been through a weight program at the underclass levels and have the size to compete with other teams in the rugged UEC Valley.
It's been huge. I mean, and it adds to the depth that you're talking about. Definitely exciting up front to have some, we feel like we can line down and push some people around. So we're looking forward to seeing if that carries over into the season, which we think it will.
Quarterback Blaze Bell leads a group of skilled players that have plenty of varsity experience and a goal to leave their mark on the still young program.
It's just that this year, with the second year, with the coaches, us being with the coaches, like they put some more of their stuff in, and just us being more comfortable with the coaches, forming that chemistry. I feel like we're trying to do some amazing things, and we feel that it is our job, to be the first to do a lot of things here at Metea. So
each area squad has laid out its unfinished business. In just 9 short weeks, we'll know who achieved what they set out to do. As the high school football season moves on throughout the fall, be sure to tune in to NCTV 17's Naperville Sports Weekly to stay up to date on your favorite team's road to the playoffs.